Flameworking, bead making 101, how to make your first bead. Hello, friends. Okay, so let's start this demo. And I'm going to try to talk through this like I would a normal demo if people were actually sitting around me and watching. So I have my tea towel on my lap. And the first thing I'm going to do is I hold the mandrel, 4 fingers on top and my thumb on bottom. Some people will do this differently, okay? But I like to hold the mandrel this way. And you want to get used to that roll with the bottom thumb, because that will allow you to turn all the way around for the first bead that you drop, okay? And what I'm just doing here is heating up just a little bit of the mandrel or the bead release that's on the mandrel so it will accept the glass. If it's too cold, then the glass won't stick to it, okay? Now, I'm just going to gently put my glass rod in the top of the flame and wait for it to start heating up, and then I will turn it over. And at that point, I can start to flip it back and forth, okay? You notice my mandrel's in the back. Okay, here's the big thing. What you want to do is you want to drop that glass and roll, and then lift up and pull away. That's it. It's so simple. You just want to try to do that as many times as you can. Let's do it again. So let's go ahead and we drop that glass, and then we start to roll and gently lift away. Notice the rod of glass hasn't really left where I am in the flame, but my glass rod with the bead on it is underneath and accepting the glass from under the flame. And that allows me, and you don't want to pull away real quick or pull away out of the flame or you'll get a stringer. If that happens, it's okay, just drop it and let it go. And on a first small bead, you really don't need to get a whole bunch of layers of color. All you want is 4 or 5 wraps, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to heat both sides until you can see that the inside, that first layer of glass, is hot all the way. And then holding the mandrel nice and parallel to the floor or to your surroundings, I'm just going to gently heat it up. Really, I'm just riding the top of the flame here. And the bead is already where it needs to be. So when I'm finished, I'll come out of the flame, continue to turn it, and this color will kind of develop as it cools down. There we go. And even at this point, it is still immovable. So I continue just to roll back and forth. And that's just a simple bead. That's where everything begins. And that's what you want to do. You have a nice, let me heat this up and show you. Is that in the light better? Okay, let me give it just a little bit of heat. Just for insurance, because I am talking a lot. Really, as soon as it stops moving, and you can tell it's not moving anymore, that's when you immediately want to put it in the oven and let it go. Let me show you the inside of the annealer real quick here so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. Inside of my annealer, you'll notice this is how I have things set up. I have some soft bricks at the back, so when I put my beads inside, I can rest them on the very top of that so the bead is not actually touching the fiber frac. Oh, well, it's gotten a little dark in here, but the beads are ready to come out of the oven, so let me just grab them and show them to you. Okay, real simple. Very simple. This is what we're looking for. Let me take these off the mandrel real quick. I just give them a real quick turn, okay, just to break up the bead release that's on the mandrel, okay? And then sometimes if I need to, I'll use my little tool here. It's a little grabbing tool. It doesn't seem to bend the mandrel, but it can help me to kind of, you know, pull them off the mandrel. Come on. And anyway, doing too much of that, by the way, can bend the mandrel. Okay, these go in the pile to be re-dipped. And these are going upstairs so we can clean them out. Okay, so we're ready to clean our beads out. Here they are. And when you have a bead that's transparent like that, you definitely want to make sure that all the bead releases out of it so you don't see that white part. But that can look cool, but it will wear off over time on whatever you put it on. So we want to get that out of there. All right. The tool I'm going to use today is a Dremel tool. Ta-da! This is just on a flex shaft here, so I can move it around. And it has a diamond drill bit on the end. That's a tapered drill bit. You can get these at France Art Glass or any place that, you know, I think I found one of these at Home Depot once. But it's just a diamond drill bit, a tapered diamond drill bit. Maybe you have a Flameworking set up and you don't use it because you're frustrated. Here I am. I'm ready to help you with all of your Flameworking needs, questions. Leave any comments that you want to is great. I hope you are successful at making that first bead, and I hope I gave you some good tips. Let me know how it works out, and we'll see you in the next episode real soon.